Say rolling around, sitting on doves, can't lie, I was high on shrubs.
Hey guys, welcome to Sit Down. We're going to hear Strange Wang, and today we're reacting to the official trailer for Baz Luhrmann's Elvis.
But before we get into this, everyone else who reacted this, we all going to say the same thing. We got social media. We want you to be a part of that. Follow it. That's in the description box down below. Click on those things. Patreon, coffee. Donate some money to us. Appreciate that.
A lot!
But before we get into this video, please help him out and go to his Instagram if you want to be a part of his Bullet for My Valentine cover band. He's looking for people. It's not a good Elvis.
Or does it just come knocking at your door? As a young singer from Memphis, Tennessee, give him a warm hayride welcome.
Forrest Gump calling that shit. What the fuck? Fucking thing.
Get a haircut, buttercup. In that moment, I watched that skinny boy transform into a superhero. He was my destiny. I wish to promote you, Mr. Presley.
Yeah.
Are you ready to fly? I'm ready. Ready to fly. All America will be talking about Elvis Presley. Can't move, I can't sing. Some people want to put me in jail. Who else moving? They might put me in jail for walking across the street with you and his wife.
Has been shot to death in Memphis.
Tragedy, but it has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with us. Everyone's told me that things are too dangerous to say. Sing. I'm before the show, and nobody's gonna remember me. I need to get back to our way. And who are you, Elvis? I just gotta be making moves to stay black here. This can all be over in a flash. We are the same, you and I. We are two odd, lonely children reaching for eternity.
Honestly, I don't know how to feel about that because when we grew up, there's a ton of people that loved Elvis, but that slowly got faded out into just like people making fun of him about dying on the toilet, and they made a whole Fairly Odd Parents episode about him not being dead and he was in the beach, hiding, coming up and shit. So people like revered him. And then the older I got, they made fun of him, and now nobody talks about him. And they're like, "Oh, he just stole the black sound from that era, and put some white on it and made it famous."
Right.
So I feel like this trailer was kind of like, no, it's okay. He liked black people. He was sad when Martin Luther King died. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we got this film 10 years too late, and the last time this dude directed a movie was The Great Gatsby.
Right.
So I don't know if it's gonna be a very good movie.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be a good movie or not. I have no clue. I think the point that they were more so trying to make was that, like, yes, Elvis was taking, like, that black gospel sound and essentially gentrifying the music for a white audience. But I think that what this version of the story they're trying to tell was Elvis himself appreciated it and was just creating something for himself. And now what society took with it and blew it up into is a societal problem and not an Elvis problem, which I'm not saying I agree with that. I think that's just kind of, that seems to be the story they're trying to tell.
I guess.
Now, I will say, I thoroughly enjoyed, like, the sad boy emo looking Elvis look that we got. And I also really, because, like, for this time, Elvis was, like, rock and roll, right? And so, like, now you hear Elvis music and it just sounds like classic old music. But at that point in time, it was rock and roll. So I really loved that the first time they showed him on stage, they kind of, like, added that hard rock soundtrack to it to kind of help transfer that vibe for, like, to help us, like, kind of feel what that audience would have felt, even though the two sounds are so different.
Good point. You're so smart.
I think there's a lot to appreciate about it. So, like, this definitely has me interested enough to watch it. It doesn't have me screaming, that is going to be a good movie. So,
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, like I said, I felt like this movie was 10 years too late. I do agree with you. He did look like Sad Boy Elvis when he came on. I was like, this motherfucker about singing Welcome to the Black Parade.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
And then Tom Hanks, I don't know.
His accent went in and out.
But him in general in this trailer just threw me off
Yeah.
for a loop because, like, I know Tom Hanks don't look like that. And it's like, ugh, why do you look like that? I know you're trying to look like a character, but there was just like, all right, we're going to put some makeup here, makeup here. Yeah, he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Do the whole face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But before this, I was very happy when I saw this was a trailer because I get to tell you guys the story about a very old lady that Strange Wang knows. He knows her too. Her name
Miss
was
Helen.
Helen.
Yeah.
And she told us one time that when Elvis was young, probably around that time period in the beginning where he was scared to go on stage,
Yeah.
and the guy was like, get a haircut, that they met at a local bar, and he was performing that, and he was trying to get her to go in the backseat of the car to get some old Zucca Lamik. You know what I'm saying? But she turned down Elvis Presley.
She did. She's a very pure woman,
Yeah.
Miss Helen. So, not surprised. But she did get hit on by Elvis, and that's pretty dope.
Well, that's pretty cool. But that's all I gotta say about that. I know someone who turned down Elvis. But tell us down below in the comment. She also turned me down too, but that's another story for a different day. Tell me your thoughts on this trailer down in the comment section below. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.